Comedy talk at its worst. It's the Lunatic Radio Show.
Hey everybody, there's a shit cloud coming! Run for your lives!
Everybody knows. Shout it in the streets. The emperor's new clothes lay tattered and torn at your feet. It's just the latest dye. Just another thorn in your side. Another standard high. Won't matter 'cause I see through your skies.
What up, everybody? LR radio program. Yeah, none of us want to live too long, apparently. Hello, everybody. TJ the Mayor.
What up, dude?
Yeah, it's a little different. I tell you what, the world was a totally different place the last time TJ came on and did the radio program.
Man, it used to be safe out there in them streets, man.
Yeah, it's not safe in the streets anymore. It's fucking...
It ain't safe.
Yeah, totally different. It is the
It
Lunatic
ain't
Radio.
safe.
It is the Lunatic Radio Show. I'm Kieran. That's TJ the Mayor. He is the other co-host of the Lunatic Radio Show. Rock is on Sundays. TJ usually did Saturdays, but TJ's been going through a lot of stuff. Not only the pandemic, his future wife or girlfriend being a nurse, and him moving into a new house. He's got all this stuff going on.
Oh, man.
So he's taking some time off from doing the radio programs. And
They just assumed I was on the lam, like I was on the run from the police and shit. And I'm like, listen, I get it, but
yeah. So we're
it's crazy, man. I just thought about this. Speaking of just moving in this house and everything. So I closed on March 5th.
right,
My house.
right.
They considered it a pandemic on the 11th.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is that like? I mean,
What type of dumb luck is that?
how
Like
terrible?
if we would have waited one more month, we could have got a house for $5.
I know, literally. I mean, this is a different scale, but the plane tickets went from like $400 a ticket to like $25. If you like, literally flew. My buddy flew somebody from New York to Arizona for $54. That's insane. That's insanity prices. Yeah. So it was a different time. So did you freak out when you bought a house and then the pandemic hit? Did you freak out? Did you were like, oh shit, am I gonna?
I didn't freak out because financially or anything. I freaked out because so we gave the sellers 30 days occupancy from the day that we closed, but they said they only needed like 10 days. So we were like, all right. So we had everything planned. They kept pushing it back day to day. But they have to pay us every day that they stay in the house. But still, like, this old lady, she had way too much shit in there. And she just day after day after day. Oh, it'll be tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow. And finally, I'm like, dude, they're about to shut down Michigan, like tonight.
Right.
So I moved on a Sunday night. And on Monday, they shut shit down in Michigan. I literally got in there hours before they shut shit down. It's been a disaster, man. I'm back, though.
Yeah, no, it is fucking, we're still all going through it. Hell yeah.
How's Zona? Because all my people in the Arizona I talk to, they're just nonchalant, just chilling, like ain't nothing happening.
It's getting, I mean, I don't know. It like, I hate to talk about Arizona because everybody's like still playing golf. Like I played golf today and I'm sitting out there on the golf course and yeah, they have rules on the golf course. Like everybody has to walk. They can't be close to each other. The driving range stuff this is such white people's problems. Like the driving range is shut down. You can't go get concessions, so it's like but you can play the game if you wanted to. You can go out and play the game. And
Can you bring your own beer?
Yeah, well, one of the
Since they're shutting down concessions?
J-Dog, right? J-Dog brings...
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, he brings his own beer anyway. He don't care what the rules are.
No, he had a 12-pack. He does. The thing is that he doesn't even refrigerate it. He just brings it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It'll be in his golf bag from the last time we played, and he'll be like, "Oh, look what I found," and start dishing out warm Miller Lights.
He's that much of an alcoholic that he just doesn't care if it's cold or he doesn't care. And yeah, that's why I hate to talk about Arizona, because we're out there playing. I'm sitting out there on the walking the fairways because my brother drove a cart, but I can't ride with him, so I just walked. And I'm just like, fucking, 630 people are dying today in New York City. And, cities are shut down. People can't get out of their houses. Rock hasn't left his house in like 4 weeks. Rock hasn't left his property in 4 weeks. So it's just like, and I'm out here playing golf, so I feel like a schmuck, but, yeah.
Well, I mean, but it's more responsible than a lot of other things that are going on. You know what I mean? Like, you're playing golf, you're by yourself playing golf anyway. You're not right up on somebody. It's not like you're guarding somebody on a hoop court or hitting them in football. Like, it's like tennis. You can play tennis right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And it's a big industry out here. I mean, golf. People are bitching and complaining that they didn't shut down all the golf courses, but for Arizona, golf is like a thing. Like, people fly to the state to play golf. So it's
golf. Your guys' golf is like our steel plants and automotive plants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Michigan and
like
and
we
Detroit.
make the not just the city, we make the state.
Yeah.
All of its money. So Arizona, this is your guys' time to shine. This is where you make all your money.
Yeah, and I was hoping, like, with this coronavirus shit going on, and it's gonna be here forever, man. I'm telling you, this shit is gonna be. I don't like. What was it? Kirk Herbstreit made a prediction. The ESPN college football analyst guy. He made a prediction that the college football season probably won't take place. He'd be shocked if it would. And he got a bunch of shit. Like, everybody was giving him shit for saying that. And I'm like, no, I'm actually kind of in agreement. I'm kind of in agreement.
Think it is.
There's no way. I don't think you'll see a sport other than like two golfers streaming some shit online until there's a fucking vaccine. And a lot of people get the vaccine. Like, people get the vaccine. Not only is the vaccine available, everybody's getting the vaccine. You know what I mean? So that's like 18 months,
Well, we haven't peaked yet. That's the problem. You know what I mean? We haven't even peaked.
Right.
Like, nothing will change until we peak. And if our numbers keep going up.
Right.
You know what I mean? That it's just that. So you got to think about it like this. For all you fuckheads out there that won't stay the fuck home, think about it like this. The longer until it peaks, then that's how long it's going to take to even come back, at least.
Right.
So if it's taken us 6 months to peak, guess what? We're not going to be in the clear for at least another 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And in Governor Cuomo in New York is saying that, in New York, they're 7 days out from hitting the apex or the peak of deaths and corona infestation, whatever. And that's the original one. That's one. Now everybody else has got a peak. Like, everybody else around the country's got a peak too. So we got to wait for all that shit. So that's why this staying home shit is important. And, whatever. I'm totally cool with it. I swear to God, I am. I tell you this, TJ, I don't want to turn into a masturbation joke, but I think.
Let it out, Kieran. You need to let it out. Like,
I think the pandemic is gonna it's gonna change society. This pandemic, it's gonna change the way people live. But it's certainly, I've noticed it. I'm sick of jerking off. I'm done with it. I'm like,
I was gonna put fuck toilet paper. I was gonna put stock in Pornhub because.
Oh yeah.
Whew,
it's gonna
they
hit
are getting it in right now.
But I've never
had to delete so many different pages off my Instagram ever, because everybody's just at home with a different ass shot, and it's like, bitch, go do something with yourself.
I'm so done with like watching that stuff or whatever, because you can tell, because I'm starting to go back into like the 80s and like early 90s to find chicks that I remember when I was a kid. That's when you've run the gamut of watching porn. Like, you can't watch, like, it's insanity. And I'm just
it's one industry that won't hold you up. Like, literally, like the day after they started shutting down California, people were posting different, like, the titles of different clips from Pornhub and X videos and shit, and it was like stepmom quarantine, blah blah blah. It's like, really? like the day after it's a pandemic.
Yeah, porn doesn't. They don't fucking.
They don't give a fuck.
Any type of disaster, they're right there with the dude with a camera making up some story, and he's gonna film it.
Hurricane season, a big hurricane comes.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, it's like hurricane takes. Everything's taboo now. Take sister's clothes away. You know what I mean? Blow sister's clothes off or something.
If you want to call into the show, the phone lines are open 716-325-0299. I know we got Cool Teacher in the chat room there. She is in the Cool Teacher lives in the danger zone there in New York. She's
in the shit right now.
She is in the shit. So yeah, if you want to call into the radio program, 716-325-0299. Yeah, it's just I try to like think of stuff. I'm like, we need to talk about something other than the coronavirus every time we do the radio show.
Yeah,
but it is
that was the thing about me coming back and it being like 2 months. Like there's so many things that went on, and I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to because nobody's been able to do anything but listen to podcasts and different shit, news.
Oh yeah, no, everybody, dude. I can't. Every time my phone, I pop on my phone, it's just like fucking Dave is live, Sally is live, everybody's going live. I'm like, God, enough. And then I'm watching like clips from like Conan O'Brien, and it literally looks like our radio show.
No, our radio show looks better than Conan O'Brien at this point.
Everybody looks like our radio show. Leroy Jenkins has been texting me constantly, late at night too, because Leroy is a night owl. Leroy is up until the wee hours of the morning. And I'll get these fucking text messages from Leroy. He's like, fucking so-and-so stealing your shit. LR did the Zoom before everybody did the Zoom. And Zoom's the technology we use to do the radio show. And Zoom has like blown up.
I thought about that. I was like, man, I seen a bunch of people on Zoom. I seen athletes and shit doing their thing on Zoom. And I was like, man, nobody had Zoom like literally a month ago.
It was just something used for corporate, meetings. That's what it was used for. And now it's like the thing. Now it's like the Skype of the,
next thing you know,
2000s.
now we're gonna have to fucking pay for this Zoom now because everybody else wants to fucking use it. We'll have to find something else to get for free.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, caller.
Hey guys, Cool Teacher.
Cool Teacher, welcome to the program.
What up, though?
Did you take your temperature
What
today?
up?
Did you take your temperature today?
Yes, I'm fine.
I don't know how. Do you leave the house? I mean, what the hell? I have a bunch of friends that I'm still, on social media and stuff, and I follow from New York and blah, blah, blah. And I see some of them, like, outdoors. I'm like, why are they outdoors? Like, they're walking their dog on the city street or something. I'm like, why are they even outside? Like, is it terrifying to go outside over there?
It is. And my immune system is compromised, so I'm terrified.
Yeah. You can't leave. You had the big C. And I'm not talking about cock. I'm talking about the cancer stuff. You can't leave the house. You're forbidden to leave the house.
I went like grocery shopping once with like a mask on and dish gloves and
dish gloves.
I even before this got really bad. I mean, I was still going to work.
Yeah. How's that? Well, you're doing the virtual stuff now, right?
Yes, we're doing the remote learning.
How is it? I mean, you haven't been out there, but I'm sure you sent the husband out to the fucking Walmart.
Oh, my husband's still working.
Stop and Shop. I'm sure he's doing some of the shopping. Has he relayed to you what it's like going to a supermarket in Westchester or the metropolitan New York area where it's been bombed with the coronavirus?
Well, he actually just went today to Stop and Shop, and he said there were actually quite a few people. I went to ShopRite 2 weeks ago, and it was pretty empty.
Yeah. I went...
It's crazy.
I went food shopping the other day, and I walk in this fucking food shop place, and, like, I don't know what... I think I'm becoming, like, a hypochondriac or something, Because I walk into it, and I just felt like I was just breathing in coronavirus the entire time I was there. Like, the air felt heavy, and, like, 85% of the people that were in the facility, in the supermarket, had some sort of cloth over their face, whether it was like a construction mask or the surgical mask, or somebody had like a scarf or a sash or a bandana, you know, and I was like, fuck, I got nothing on my face. I'm dead. I'm leaving this fucking, I'm going to walk through the parking lot and I'm going to drop dead.
The worst part is the look you get when you don't have the mask on. Like, I had to go to Lowe's earlier this week.
Yeah.
And like, I was the one guy without a mask. And like, people are looking at me like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
So I swear to God, I felt so guilty that I got some N95 masks from work that we use. And I had to go back to Lowe's because I had got the wrong shit. And I had gloves on, fucking mask, just so people, that's how they're like shaming people now. Like, you don't have the mask and you're out.
2 weeks ago, I was at work and I had a fucking N95 mask on my face, right? And I broke the elastic strap on it, and I literally just was like, I literally put it on for 2 seconds, broke the strap, and threw it in the garbage. Now, if you go on Amazon, you can't get that shit until June. That's how popular they are. I'm like, 2 weeks ago, I threw that thing out like it was a receipt that you get from the 7-Eleven clerk. And I'm like, now they're critical. I need that. Like, I wish I had that goddamn mask back. Yeah. Crazy times, man. It's fucking insanity.
You know, they just Robert Kraft just sent like 1.2 million masks or something like that to New York.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
Robert Kraft did a solid. The owner of the Patriots, he flew his plane to like, I don't know where the hell it was. It was China? Yeah, he flew to China. Had to go through all sorts of hoops to even get the plane physically to China.
That's how you know you got that money. Is
Yeah.
when you can pull off a stunt like that.
Yeah, so he sent the actual Patriot plane there, and then he grabbed all these masks and flew it back, and he's gonna disperse them to places that need them, hospitals that need them in Massachusetts and New York and probably Connecticut. It's crazy times. Cool, Teach. You still get
It really is. It's like a bad dream.
how's the libido? You're a married lady. You're a woman. How's
Last time I checked,
yeah, how's the libido going, during the quarantine stuff? Like, are you annoyed with the husband, or is it like, you know what, we're rekindling our youth or something? Because you're locked in together. You can't leave the place.
Not really. I mean, well, he's still working, unfortunately.
All right.
So, because he works on Metro North. So he's still working right now.
Wow.
So at least we're not quarantined all day together. But then after next week, he's on vacation. So then it should be really interesting.
Yes. Oh, Miss Joe in the chat room. Hey guys, hope you're getting through this crap. Yes. Hey, Miss Joe, hope you're getting through the crap. We're all. I live alone. See, I'm like I'm one of them guys. I'm a hermit. I live alone. I think I'll be okay during this fucking pandemic because it's how I just.
Kieran, this is your time right here. You've been training for this for years.
I literally should be doing. I should.
Kieran hasn't changed one thing in his lifestyle in the past 2 months.
Nothing really has changed. Nothing really. I should be doing YouTube videos on how to just not do shit. Teach people on how to not do shit, because I'm great at it. Literally, it is the quarantining thing is getting a little. It sucks not being able to like just, I don't know, fucking see fucking women on the street or something. Like no one's out. It's weird.
Yeah, like you know me, man. I'm social as fuck. Like I have to like every once in a while let loose, be around people. You know how I get down.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to feel it like I still work. You know what I mean? So that's almost like my social hour now. It's just I just can't booze when I'm doing it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Good thing is I
it's
got a lot
bad
of
when
work
the
cut out
kids
for
are
me.
missing school.
Oh,
Right?
I know, cool teacher. My niece is like, when they announced that they're not going back to school this year, she was like in tears.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. No school.
Well, school is still going on, but I mean, New York City hasn't said that we're not going back yet. I mean, I don't see how we could possibly go back.
Yeah.
I mean, the mayor just took away our spring break because, we're babysitters.
Well, TJ and I were
So now we have to work through the holiday and Good Friday and everything.
what's going to need to happen is that the world's going to have to find a new normal, because until there's a vaccine for this shit that will stop it in its tracks, the life that we knew earlier in May before this happened is not going to exist. So we have to find a new normal. We have to find out what's normal now. I think that's what we're searching for. Obviously, we got to get through all the Oh, it's just it's a fucking nightmare. This is weird. And being out on that golf course this afternoon, I'm staring at my buddy, and he's like, "Man," he's an older white guy. He goes, "Fucking China." That's what he says. That's what he says to me. You know who I'm talking about too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
And I don't thoroughly agree with everything he says, but he's hilarious when he says it. He just literally, I'm walking down the first fairway, I hit some shot. I'm walking down the first fairway. I go, "Hey, what's up? Man? What's you?" And he's like, "Fucking China." And I was just like, all right, but it's just like, we got to find a new normal, man. We got to find a new normal. It's just, I don't know. And
It really is crazy. It's like I go to bed now and I'm like, I don't have to set my alarm. That's weird. But then I have to be on the computer and give these kids assignments and talk to them and text them. And it's more work than actually being in the classroom.
yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. And then things become so, things that we held that were so important earlier in May or earlier in March are just not that important anymore. Yeah, I miss sports, but it's just like not that important to me anymore.
This is a big slice of humble pie right here, man.
Yeah.
Of how you just said it best, but how humble it makes you, like especially about being petty. Think about a bunch of shit that we're not petty over right now, like we don't give a fuck about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like it's actually gonna help us because we was. And I don't want to just talk about young people and shit. We always do that, but I'm just saying, like we were at the point, man, where motherfuckers it wasn't a real life anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Now people are kind of like, damn, man, I wish I could be social. They were social distancing before social distancing, and now that they can't do it, now that they can't be social, you know what I mean? They're starting to be like, oh fuck.
Right. Yeah, and it is the things that you took for granted, you want back. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's just like just having a beer with your buddy. You can't even fucking do that. It's nuts. Yeah. Sports doesn't seem like it. Like it is weird, right? Like once things go away, like what was it? The men's NCAA championship, NBA, all the sports. I mean, the Masters is supposed to be this week. That's not going to happen. I was just like, it really doesn't matter that it's not happening.
You can't escape it. Like you used to be able to, like when there's a problem like with politics or some war type shit or hurricanes or something, like you still have sports going on. So you actually turn on sports to get away.
Right.
You know what I mean? To not think about the disasters that are happening.
But now
like this is something that is like it's hit everything. So you can't even get away from it. Because if you do put on the sports channel, they ain't talking about sports. No sports going on. You turn on Lunatic Radio channel, you know what I mean? We're still talking about it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around it.
Yeah. It's nuts.
We'll try.
Yeah.
We'll definitely try.
Bucking A,
there is some cool shit going on. There's definitely some cool shit going on with this quarantine. Like motherfuckers had some shit in the stash to let go. Like albums dropping, Netflix specials. Like motherfuckers like, oh yeah, I'm about to kill it right now.
Yeah,
watch this.
Entertainment companies are pumping up, like are bumping up their releases of stuff. Like ESPN's got some Michael Jordan 10-part fucking documentary they're gonna throw out. Netflix is bumping shit up. Yeah, so I mean that's cool because people are home and they need something to fucking watch. Rock checking in. Ooh, Rock from the LR radio program. Esports are killing it. I made this point weeks ago. Rock likes to be ahead of the curve on everything. Rock is. I gotta hand it to him. Zoom, like we just mentioned, is like the biggest fucking thing right now. The conferencing software Zoom, and Rock years ago was just like, Kieran, we need to use this thing called Zoom. I was like, Zoom? What is this horse shit? Yeah, and now everybody's using it.
I heard they just got hacked.
Yeah, no, I was actually sent a message about, they changed, they had some programmer in at Zoom. He changed some shit around to make it to where if somebody wanted to like get into our radio show, I could just bounce them like right away. Like you have to get permission to come like join us. So it's like one of them things. It's encrypted, blah, 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 that gigawatt talk. NASCAR is going to run virtual races now coming in from Rock. Yeah, they've been doing that. NASCAR drivers are doing like these video game races where they're all like racing as themselves on the video game. And they're doing that. Yeah,
basketball is doing that too. All 32 teams are taking the best player from the team, like they're doing their own tournament. Find out who the best player is in 2K. And then you're actually playing like a season.
I saw Drizzy Drake and French Montana and some other rappers are all doing like little podcasts together or live streams on Instagram. So that's like a big thing. When would you ever think you would see Drizzy Drake doing like a podcast pretty much? Never.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to fucking steal the podcasting shit right now. Like a lot of them are, then they really suck.
Yeah. So
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are sucking right now. Have you seen some of these
I don't watch the other
live podcasts, whatever they're trying to do?
Rock and I, when we were younger and we did this, and we were like, hey, people are starting to do stuff like we're doing, or we're doing stuff like they're doing, and we used to, check it out to see what they figured out how to do differently. Now we don't care anymore. I don't care.
The funny is somebody tried to I don't know what comedy club did this, but somebody tried to do like stand up.
Rock checking in. Some other rapper sounds racist. I wasn't being racist.
Well, you got to be a little bit. Well, we gotta masturbate joke in.
Yeah,
we got to have something racist. Like it's part of the criteria. We just now got to it. It takes a little bit.
I just did it like it was. I saw Drake on with some other guy. I had no idea who he is. Like the younger rappers, they all. Oh my god.
That's great.
But the younger guys, dude, they're all tattooed and they all have like the same haircut. So I'm like, I don't know the difference between that guy and the next guy. I don't. TJ, once you become 45 and you don't pay attention to what the young guys or young cats are doing in the rap game, and they all, you see them all, you can't tell, you don't know which one's which. I don't know who little Uzi Vert is, and T-Pain. I don't know what these guys.
They all
Tracy,
dress like a bunch of bitches.
K Macy. I don't know. Yeah.
They all dressed like Prince, and they ain't pulling it off.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know. I mean, it's weird when you're in quarantine because you really do find yourself watching shit that you wouldn't normally watch. Like I was, some reason I found myself at like 1:30 in the morning, like fucking 80 pictures deep into like French Montana's fucking Instagram page. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
Exactly. What the fuck are you doing?
Because I was trying to.
Nobody, not even French Montana fans,
right,
go through 30 pictures of French Montana.
Well, the thing was, I was trying to like solve, and I knew I wasn't gonna be able to solve it. I was trying to figure out how this guy has so much goddamn money. Like he's like. It's money. Like his life is unreal. He's living like a billionaire's life. But I'm like, I know he doesn't have $1 billion, but his life.
Listen, let me tell you something. Everything's rented.
Is that what it is? It's totally fabricated.
Rented. Everything's rented.
Yeah, I mean, you got to imagine because I haven't even heard many songs that French Montana's done. I don't know. Yeah,
I mean he gets it, but he just a lot of that stuff, especially the Miami cats, man. A lot of that shit isn't what it's all.
Rock checking in. They are all the same. You're saying I'm not saying anything like that. Why is Rock? I hate when Rock trolls me on his own fucking show. It's his show. He's trolling me. Damn it. All right, thank you, Cool T. You got anything else, Cool Teacher?
Nope. If you guys are bored, I can always add you to my Google Classroom and you can do my assignments.
Fuck yeah, I love the
Oh man,
get me on their teacher class. I'll teach you class.
Oh man, we should do that.
No, we don't. We're not doing any live teaching.
Oh shit.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, so what are you talking about? Explain
We're not
that
live.
again.
We're not on a Zoom or anything like that. We can meet kids on what is it, Microsoft Teams or something. I don't know. But we're just like I sent my kids a video, but it was just like a video of me saying hi, whatever. But we're not live teaching. It's pretty much just assignments, and then they hand them in.
What has the pandemic done to the teachers who bang students? That whole thing, like that little culture. What has the pandemic?
I don't
done
know
for
much
that?
about that culture.
Yeah, I know that. I know you don't. There, Cool Teacher. I'm just saying, there's a lot 23-year-old, blonde teachers out there banging students. I would imagine the pandemic has thrown a fucking wrench into that whole thing.
Yeah, you should see it. Go to Pornhub or X videos. You'll see it. I'm sure there's the video. Teacher has to bring student his homework. You know what I mean? Like,
it is quite the shocker that I've become completely bored with porn. I can't watch it anymore. I need something. It's weird. Pandemic will teach you some things, TJ. That's what I'm saying.
You can,
All right, guys. Well, take care. Be safe.
All right, cool teacher. Thank you for the phone call. There she goes. Cool teacher. Yeah. Fucking A,
it has
bro.
it has had like I've caught up on a lot of TV, which is weird. Like, because I try to take a break, like from doing shit in the house. You know what I mean? Like I try to set aside like a couple hours a day just for me, just to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And man, like I don't have enough time, bro. There's some shit out there. Like Hulu. Have you fuck with Hulu?
No, I actually don't. I don't fuck with Hulu at all.
Well, it's not even Hulu. It's FX, but I watch it through Hulu. They got a show. FXX has a show called Dave about Lil Dicky.
I don't know what it is.
It's good. It's fucking hilarious. Lil Dicky the rapper.
Oh yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't know. There's too many people to pay attention.
It's great. It's hilarious. And you got like Netflix is putting out like, man, I watched the Burt Kreischer special. Have you watched this? You don't fuck with Burt Kreischer?
I do, but I can only take him in like once a year doses.
Oh well, this is once a year, man. Him and Tom Segura both.
It's good.
They killed it. Yeah, Burt actually outdid Tom this time, but they fucking killed it.
Yeah, I like Burt Kreischer in like certain areas. Like I have that thing with certain comedians. I'm like, I like him on radio. I like him doing stand up. It's like I don't like watching, like Jim Norton, for example, is a comic. I like Jim on the radio. I don't like watching him do stand up.
I'm the same way with Jim.
Yeah.
I actually like Burt doing stand up, but I don't like Burt on podcasts and.
Oh yeah. See, I'm like, for some reason I'm the opposite way. Like even with like Rogan's the same way with me. I almost don't like watching him do stand up. I rather hear him on the radio.
Yeah, definitely me too. Especially when all them guys get together and do that Sober October.
Right. Yeah.
It's like I think it's Ari. I think it's Ari, Tom, and Burt, Joe, right?
Yeah. Ari Shafir, Burt Kreischer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the fucking. Oh, yeah. Let me play this. This is Sylvester Turner. You know who that is?
No.
He is the mayor of Houston. And this is what he had. He was doing an update on the coronavirus stuff earlier this week for his city. And this is what he had to say. Let me play this audio.
Until the coronavirus is resolved, criminals take a break. Okay? Stay home. Okay? Stay home. And don't commit any crimes. And that way, they'll stay safe and out of jail. And police officers will stay safe and can go home to their families. Okay? So everybody chill. Crooks, criminals, you chill. Wait till the coronavirus is over.
What do you fucking think of that? What do you think of that? I gotta.
Hey, just chill out. We can get back to the crime. Like, get the fuck.
Do you think Sylvester was doing that press conference and said that shit and was just like, "Fuck, now I gotta ride with what I just said"? Like he totally slipped up there. Like he was just like, "Fuck, I just said the dumbest thing I've ever said in my life, probably."
He pulled the Amsterdam in The Wire.
What is
Remember
it?
they let them all go to them. There's certain blocks where it like everything was legal. You could sell drugs, all that shit. You just couldn't get violent. Just to stop the crime.
Oh yeah, that was like the what season was that? The third season or something like that? I think it might have been the third season. Yeah, where they had that one area where all the criminals could just go and sell heroin and do whatever the fuck they want. But if they left that area, they're fucked.
It's Chicago's murder rate has went down exponentially since this.
Really?
You understand? Yeah. I mean, Chicago. Every weekend there was something in Chicago.
Chirac, yeah.
Now motherfuckers are just like, all right, man.
Look at Rock.
I'll get you.
Look at Rock checking in. Little Dicky is awesome. He has no idea who Little Dicky is. I guarantee it. Rock, call into the radio program. You remember the number. I don't have to say it. Yeah. Sylvester Turner. Here, this is what his words were.
Criminals take a break. Okay? Stay home. Okay? Stay home. And don't commit any crimes.
Do you think criminals are out there going, you know what, fuck, he's right. It's too nuts to go fucking steal some TVs right now. You know what I think it
is that there's not enough victims out there right now.
Everybody is a victim.
That's all it comes down to.
That's very...
You know what I mean? Because like, if you're always out and about, you're vulnerable. Anytime you're in public, you're vulnerable. when there's only 3 people and not 100 people, it's too easy to get caught, and it's just not enough.
Right. So what you're saying is that the pandemic has put a damper on mass shootings because no one's out.
Yeah, I mean that's it too. There you go.
That is a Dave Chappelle.
Now here's the problem though. In
fucking
about 3
thought process.
months, there's going to be more mass shootings than anything because people are going to go crazy.
Just
being
fucking
inside.
trying to blow their wads.
Oh my god.
The fucking There's a psychopath at home going, fuck, I can't wait till this quarantine's over. People start going out.
I feel so sorry for my sister.
That
Her kids are fucking running her ragged right now.
That might be actually the thing that gets solved. One of the many things that will get solved with the pandemic. People gathering in large areas. It's going to take a while for that to reoccur again. And mass shootings are going to fucking plummet.
I bought my house to be fucking social. I bought it right next to a fucking a marina, a bar, a nice fucking bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I got a fucking pool. I literally bought a house for fucking entertainment purposes. I can't use nothing.
Right.
I don't want people not to.
Don't you live next to Lake Erie right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want, that's the thing, dude. I don't want
Better get yourself a fishing pole.
That's all I'm gonna be able to do.
Fishing pole and a ukulele.
I'm gonna learn some shit over this.
Yeah, we're all gonna have to fucking change it up.
If you're not figuring out like a hobby or something, or finding like something that you're into in this time, you ain't doing it right.
Yeah. So Sylvester Turner of the mayor of Houston wants all the criminals to just fucking chill out.
Can you take them off the screen? Because
Wait till the coronavirus is over.
Yeah, wait till the coronavirus is over. Here he goes. Thank you, Sylvester Turner. You're just reminding the criminals out there, if you're gonna break the law, I bet you hold off a little bit. That fucking guy.
Bitch.
Oh, did you hear about Tiger King? You know what Tiger King is? Have you watched the Tiger King thing?
And that crazy motherfuckers, boy. That's if y'all haven't caught up on this shit.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody in America has to have watched the Tiger King thing, right?
Oh, it came out listen, America was like, man, we got fucking a bunch of shit going on. How do we distract them?
Right.
Boom. Release Tiger King.
Yeah.
This shit's wild, bro.
It is wild. It's crazy. I'm sure you've all fucking seen it, but OJ came out this week. Well, there's a character. There's in the Tiger King docuseries, it depicts 3 owners of big cat parks. One is the Tiger King. I forget his real name, but he's gay.
They call him Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic, right. And then there's the other dude in South Carolina who's got who's like a polygamist and has like fucking 5 wives, and he bangs young chicks, and then they just become locked into his lifestyle, and they live on his plantation or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is. Some weird shit. And then there's this other lady who lives in Tampa, Florida, named Carol Baskin, who is apparently, a person who wants to save the big cats from these evil people in the Joe Exotic and the guy in South Carolina. But the thing about Carol Baskin is depicted in the docuseries is that apparently she might have killed her fucking rich husband, because before she was a cat lover, Carol Baskin was a woman walking on the side of the road, just a hot piece of ass, and she was happened to be picked up by a millionaire, who is the guy she eventually killed, which people are considering that are assuming that she killed, which was her husband. So everybody in the world, after seeing the Tiger King, is a believer in the fact or the theory that Carol Baskin of the Tiger King docuseries fed her husband to some tigers, and the tigers' bellies are acidic, and the bones dissolve in the body, and blah blah blah. Her completely vanished husband, because no one can find him. It's an unsolved mystery.
Man, there's 3 things for certain in life: death, taxes, and Carol killed that motherfucker. Because listen.
Yeah.
At first, when I was watching, I was like, man, Carol's fucking crazy. Like, this dude dipped on her. Like, he tried to get away from her, and he successfully got away from her. You know what I mean? But then when they had that van parked at the airport, I'm like, nah, that's too obvious. Like, he wouldn't. You know what I mean? That's kind of a giveaway. Like if he was running
right.
away,
And the keys
he would have got rid of the van.
The keys were in it. It was too much of a like hack
it was
job
too much of a setup. Right.
Yeah, the keys were in it. The whole fucking, I mean, yes, that whole one episode about Carol, I was thoroughly convinced that thoroughly. But this is the point I wanted to get to. The king of murdering people and getting away with it. The OG, I say the OG of killing somebody and getting away with it, OJ, had comments about Carol Baskin this week right after he got done with a round of golf in sunny South Florida. Here it is.
Hey, Twitter world, yours truly. I just got back from the golf course where I actually played pretty well. Now it's back at home, back to the couch, and back to television.
But I still can't believe that this motherfucker's... It's so odd to hear the voice of this man.
He's still walking around like, just got done playing golf. Actually, I did pretty good. Like, Tiger, OJ, nobody's fucking listening to you. You're not Tiger Woods. Like,
hey, finally something I can comment on. Finally something I have some expertise in.
Listen, I've had so many people on my case asking me to watch some show called Tiger King. Well, yesterday I watched this show, and oh my God, is America in this bad a shape? I watched about 6.
You should know that, OJ. You literally cut the head off of a white woman, and if you would know, anytime a blonde-headed white woman goes missing, the entire world shuts down like there is a pandemic and we're all looking for her.
Especially one that was with a black dude.
You are an African-American man and literally took a white woman's head off. It was holding on by a string. You should know that America did go crazy by letting you go free. Your boots were everywhere. Your handprints were everywhere throughout that scene, but they let you go. Fucking the juice. God damn it. Let me go back to the beginning.
The juice was loving Carol.
Yeah.
Like, I've been there, babe. I've been there.
Finally, I found somebody I could pass the buck to. And you know what's funny is both of these motherfuckers reside in Florida. Of course.
Hey, Twitter world, yours truly. I just got back from the golf course where I actually played pretty well.
Like anybody gives a fuck, OJ.
Like
if you
somebody
played...
really... Every time OJ comes on the screen, I don't hear anything. I just see OJ.
Yeah, like I wonder how he played today. OJ, what did he do? Give the shit, OJ.
Now it's back at home, back to the couch, and back to television. Listen, I've had so many people on my case asking me to watch some show called Tiger King. Well, yesterday I watched this show, and oh my God, is America in this bad a shape? I watched about 6 episodes of this show, and I couldn't even believe what I was looking at. White people! What's with you and wild animals? Leave them animals alone. The show is crazy, but it's so crazy you kind of keep watching. One thing I will say, there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that lady's husband is Tiger Sashimi right now. I'm just saying. Take care, and I hope you find something better to watch.
Kind of like your message in 1995.
God,
it's crazy, but you got to keep on watching. Yeah, it sounds to me like your trial.
Yeah. If you're Carol Baskin and you're waking up one morning this week, and even O.J. Simpson, by the way, you're Carol Baskin waking up during a worldwide pandemic where everybody's pretty much like, we're just going to focus on this lady and call her a murderer, whether you're sure or not. We're just going to call her a murderer. But the king of killing somebody and getting away with it is now agreeing with everybody else that you killed your husband. It's fucking insane.
There was more evidence on you, OJ, but all of a sudden, she's more guilty. Get the fuck out of here. You both did it. You both did it. Fuck 'em.
The only thing the prosecution didn't have in the OJ scenario with the crime scene was literally OJ taking selfies of himself in the crime scene. They had everything else. Like his jizz was somewhere.
If that happened in 2020, if this is 2020 OJ situation, do you think OJ Simpson would have took selfies of it? I'm thinking he's crazy enough. He might have.
OJ
he doesn't understand how social media works.
Yeah, and yeah, fucking hilarious, OJ. Like, that's a psycho. Like, they're both psychopaths because here is OJ. He fucking killed. He knows he did it. He killed somebody, but yet he still feels the need to comment on somebody who potentially probably killed her husband.
Man, he's just mad because he didn't think about feeding people to tigers.
I know. That is actually a very good idea. Now that I learned about how, a tiger's system works, it things just like, it just devours everything that's in a body, bones, everything. That stomach. Unreal. That's why they get so gigantic. They eat everything. You ever seen a liger? You know how big of a fucking liger is?
Yeah, they had one on the show.
God damn, those motherfucking things are huge. Connor Ferry. Visited Florida. Florida's not bad. Connor Ferry's saying Florida sucks, but Florida's not bad.
Florida does suck. Florida sucked way before all this shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Tiger King, Carol Baskin, she killed her husband. We all know that. We're good. We're good with it. But
you know what the craziest part of that shit to me was when the guy asked him how much the Tigers were going for, and he said $2,000. I'm thinking,
that's cheap for a fucking liger. Yeah,
$2,000. I'm thinking he's about to say like 10, 20 grand a piece.
Yeah, no, that shit didn't make sense to me because for a year, doesn't it cost like $3,000 just to feed a fucking tiger for a year?
That's what I'm saying. Like, my dog cost almost $2,000.
Yeah, it.
You know what I mean?
But it is Oklahoma. Everything's backwards in Oklahoma. That's what a Tiger King's fucking thing was.
Minimum wage is $3 in Oklahoma.
Yeah. How fucking, that whole Tiger King thing is fucking bizarre because there was actually one episode that I think I missed and I just happened to see it again. I didn't realize that the Tiger King, who was also like a polygamist, he had two husbands, but one of his husbands like fucking started doing meth and then shot himself. And then like some other young kid just married him right after that.
Yeah.
Wait.
But you know what?
The worst part about it, let me get this. The worst part, the kid shoots himself. Like the Tiger King's husband shoots himself, dies, right? He goes to the funeral. Joe Exotic is doing a fucking eulogy. And the kid's mother's there weeping. And Joe Exotic goes on about the kid's balls and how he's had golden balls.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Eulogy, man. I was like, man.
That was weird. Well, it sounded like he didn't mean to shoot himself, though. Like, I kind of watched that a couple different times because I was confused. I'm like, did he mean? Because right before that, he says it's a Ruger. Like, he was pointing a gun, but he was telling the guy, listen, there's nothing in the clip. There's no clip in, so it can't shoot. It's a Ruger. And I think he put the gun to his head, like, watch, I can show you. You know what I mean? There was one in the chamber. That's what it sounds like. Because he's like, yeah, there's no clip in it. It ain't gonna shoot. You know what I mean? And then boom. I don't think he meant to shoot himself. I think he was just high and wasn't thinking.
Right. Let's see. Fark News used to have a whole section dedicated to Florida news. Yes, because Florida's fucked up. Jeremy Bacon, you want to know something bizarre? Why is TH12 with Tampa? What does that mean?
Oh yeah, TB12, Tom Brady.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to clean up the state by bringing Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's what happened. I forgot about that. That would, like, in a non-pandemic fucking world, that would have been news for weeks. I guess it was because that was the only news in sports. But I guess Rock and I or you and I would have talked about it, and I don't really care.
It's not
a big deal to me. Not when like
we're kind of over Tom Brady in the news. You know what I mean? It's almost like the Kardashians a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm over it. Like,
not when fucking New York City has like just 630 people dying every day. You know what I mean? There's more.
You know what? I got some people out in New York that told me that the mayor's doing really good though.
Oh, de Blasio, which is shocking. The governor's killing it, I think.
The governor. The governor.
Yeah, Cuomo. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he's just fucking killing it right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and you got Trump still talking in vagaries. He has to do a press conference every day, Trump. And he's just talking about everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be great. Everything's awesome. When that motherfucker said, when they said, why April, why Easter? Why is that so? Well, it's a special day to me. A special day
Like
to
that's
him.
your reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your fucking reason that the like coronavirus is like, oh shit, it's Donald Trump's day. Okay, we're gonna fucking relax a little bit.
85. I would say 80. Well, let's see. Let me 72% of the country could do those press conferences that he does every day, Trump, and do a better job than he does it. TJ Rock could go sit behind that podium every day and give a press conference about the pandemic and do a way better job than fucking Trump does.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know if I could, because I would just repeat myself and do dick jokes and want to bang some of the correspondents. Like that, there's a chick with a little funny little mouth that works for CNN. I kind of want to bang her. It's pretty hot. I don't know if you've ever seen her. I don't know. Whatever.
No, I stopped watching CNN. I stopped watching news.
Well, one of the guys at CNN actually got the coronavirus. Andrew Cuomo's, is it Andrew Cuomo? Chris Cuomo got the coronavirus. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go, people. It's a fucking weird world, man. Oh, you know what actually was something good? And actually, TJ, was funny that he texted me late night. He's like, dude, did you watch the Dave Chappelle Mark Twain thing on Netflix?
Oh, my God. It was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they gave Dave Chappelle's 44 years old. And obviously, he is a generational talent when it comes to comedy. When you think about comedy, or the top comedian within the last 15 years or 20 years or something like that, you think of Dave Chappelle. That's who you really think of. And he was given the Mark Twain Award, I guess. Was this year or last year? I don't even know when it was.
Oh, this was in October.
Oh, it was in October. So, yeah. I mean, which is a big deal. Richard Pryor previously got it. And I guess they, Netflix got the ceremony and they're just playing it on Netflix. It was actually kind of neat. It's kind of neat to watch.
Man, it was really good. It was really good. Because I love it. And me and you pay attention to it enough. We see, like, we look deeper into just a good comedy special. We talk about this all the time. But Dave Chappelle, the person, you know what I mean, is like so dope. Like when me and you we've caught ourselves sitting there watching the whole block party before. Yeah. Without saying a word to each other. You know what I mean? Sitting right next to each other.
They noted that in the Mark Twain special. Like the block party that he did in Brooklyn where he brought in all these different artists, Kanye West and fucking all these different rap
Erykah
artists.
Badu got the Fugees back together.
And it wasn't like
dope.
some Live Nation presents. It was just like, we got a block in Brooklyn. We're gonna set up a stage.
I got a block shut down. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's
in
do
an
it.
alley.
Yeah, it wasn't like you had to buy tickets. You just had to show up, and he put on this crazy event. He mixed comedy and music, and it was fucking phenomenal. But yeah, he's a generational talent, and he certainly is completely authentic. That's what he is. He's more authentic than most people are.
And people should appreciate him in the comedy world, man, because he, like, especially like with his speech, for example, you know what I mean, like talking about the art of it and shit. Like, people need to appreciate him a little bit more. You know what I mean?
To be honest with you, I think I might be able to grab that if hopefully the feed doesn't crash. I actually found it on YouTube, and I sent it to myself because I was like, maybe this would be all right to play. I don't know if I'm allowed.
You know
to
who
play
else
it.
I really liked on that was Neil Brennan. Because a lot of people don't know Neil Brennan did so much shit for the Chappelle Show. He's basically the reason Chappelle Show's on. Like, Dave's the guy, but like Dave wouldn't be Dave without Neil. Like, Neil Brennan fucking killed it on the Chappelle Show.
Yeah,
as far as writing and everything.
Yeah, and that whole Mark Twain ceremony reminded you how great the Chappelle Show was.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of, remember the Def Jam 25 years or whatever, Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
Remember that? Like, that's kind of the feel it had. Like, everybody was just being genuine and.
Oh, here it is. I do have it. Let me see if I can play this. Boy. Might be able to play this. I don't know. Let's see. We'll find out. Hopefully.
I think the YouTube people are at home too. Like, they're quarantined. They're not checking for shit.
Thank you. I like not knowing what's going to happen. I like making memories. Sometimes I do all this crazy around my colleagues just so that they can tell their friends I did it. But rather than talk about myself, just briefly, I want to just talk about my genre. Stand-up comedy is an incredibly American genre. I don't think any other country could produce this many comedians. And unbeknownst to many people in this audience, I don't think there's opinion that it exists in this country that is not represented in a comedy club by somebody. Each and every one of you has a champion in the room. We watch you guys fight, but when we're together, we talk it out. I know comics that are very racist, and I watch them on stage, and everyone's laughing, and I'm like, that mother means that. Don't get mad at them, don't hate them. We go upstairs and have a beer, and sometimes I even appreciate the artistry that they paint their racist opinions with. Man, it's not that serious. The First Amendment is first for a reason. The Second Amendment is just in case the first one doesn't work out. We gotta let some air out of the ball, man. The country's getting a little tight. It doesn't feel like it's ever felt in my lifetime. So tonight, I am honored that my colleagues are here in comedy and in music. And I want everyone in America right now to look at me. Look at me smoking indoors. I didn't ask anybody, I just did it. What are they gonna do? Kick me out before I get the prize? No, nigga, this is called leverage. The thing that I liked best about tonight was that I saw so many people from different parts of my life, like friends that I grew up with here in DC, friends of mine from Ohio then and now, friends of mine from comedy clubs, all the musicians that blew my mind. You guys have no idea how you inspired me. I want to give a special shout out to my OG, Tony Woods. Miles Davis has a quote. It's one of my favorite. Miles Davis said so much cool but one of the things he said I always loved, he said, it took me years to learn how to play like myself. You know, he would watch other musicians and he would try to play like Dizzy or Bird or all the guys who were great. Tony Woods was my Dizzy and Bird if I was a Miles. I was trying to play like you. You were the first person I ever saw do it absolutely right. You were fearless and you told the truth. There's something so true about this genre, when done correctly, that I will fight anybody that gets a true practitioner of this art form's way, because I know you're wrong. This is the truth. And you are obstructing it. I'm not talking about the content, I'm talking about the art form. Do you understand? Do we have an agreement? And what I really wanted to say tonight, and I'm glad I get the platform to do it, I'm gay. I am gay, and I can't wait to see what this does for my career being gay like this.
Yeah, it is fucking unreal, dude. I mean, you can see that's what Chappelle does right there. Is that I just started playing that clip, and we all just shut the fuck up. You just wanted to hear him talk.
Remember, me and you talked about this after I think maybe a second Netflix special from his comeback, and it was so refreshing. I remember us talking about this on the show about how it's so refreshing to have a comedian that can actually be a comedian again, because at the time, remember, like nobody could say shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he was like, man, no, fuck this. Like,
right.
I'm saying what the fuck. I'm saying a good joke. And then his last special to tie all that shit in, and then he really just let loose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he's talking about the whole Chappelle thing and the word faggot and all this different shit. Like, he's a GOAT, man. The motherfucker took 12 years off, came back, and just killed it.
People forget about that, too. People forgot that he disappeared for 12 years. And by the way, I forgot about this, and I've told this story on the show before, but I do have a Dave Chappelle story.
Oh, man. With our boy?
Oh, yeah. Fucking. And I've told this before. It was me, my buddy Jason, who I was playing golf with today, who's the alcoholic who I mentioned. He drinks Coors Lights.
The warm Miller Lights.
Yeah, yeah. It was Jason and I were in this bar in the Hard Rock Hotel in Las Vegas. And it was one of those bars that's like slammed in the middle of like all the slot machines. It's like in the middle of the gambling floor, pretty much. And it was Jason and I, and we're hanging out with some Australian guy that we just met. It was just us three hanging there in this little, almost, it wasn't like a VIP area. It was just off to the side of the bar. It was just there. And there's like a few of them. And we're sitting there, and I'm, getting fucking loaded and talking and having laughing. And all of a sudden, fucking Dave Chappelle walks up and literally sits fucking 5-6 feet from me, right next to me, with his entire entourage. Now, I was just like, I was like, that's fucking Dave Chappelle. Literally in a suit, like he looked like in the clip he just played, And he had, a little bit of an entourage. He had an older lady with him there. Maybe it was his mother, some guys and stuff. And there were these like almost, felt chairs that had these high backings to them. And, like after 5 minutes of seeing Dave Chappelle sitting there, I was like, I turned to Jason, I nudged Jason. Jason's wrecked. I nudged Jason. I was like, Jason, that's fucking Dave Chappelle. He's like, who the fuck is Dave Chappelle? I'm like, Dave Chappelle. Fucking Dave Chappelle. So who the fuck's Dave Chappelle? So Jason gets up, and I was just like, over there. I was like, over there, Dave Chappelle. He's a comic. Just look at him. You'll know who he is. And Jason walks over to Dave Chappelle and his buddies hanging there. And one of his boys is sitting in one of those high back chairs, and he's bald, and his head's sticking out the top of the back chair. And Jason literally puts his hand and palms the guy's head and goes, is this him? And I look, and I'm like, holy shit. And I looked at Dave Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle's face going, what the fuck? He had like a cigarette, and he's like, what the fuck? Didn't do anything. They didn't even say anything to us. He was just like, what the fuck is that guy doing? Literally palming Dave Chappelle's friend's head. Jason, the guy that was drunk playing golf with me today, palming his head. And I ran over, I grabbed Jason. I was like, oh, sorry. He's drunk. And nothing happened. We didn't say any words to him. I was completely embarrassed.
You know what though? The best part is that, because just like on his Mark Twain thing, he said that Aziz was telling that story about when he told that dude that wanted that photo, like, hey, we're not here for photos, we're here to make memories.
Right.
I'd like to think that, like, just like you're telling the story, at some point his homeboy or him has told that story. Like, we're just sitting here fucking kicking it after a show, and some fucking drunk white guy comes up and just palms my man's head. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best part about it. You know what I mean? Like, that goes right to what you were talking about.
Anyone in that crew would have killed me and Jason like that. And this is at the time when Dave Chappelle was like fucking, he was younger, but he was all jacked up, Anyone, those are big dudes. And he just fucking, just like this on the guy's head. And even though I wish I had a picture of Jason. He's been on the show before once. I mean, Jason's not kicking the shit out of anything.
Jason's the guy that wears it. One day I seen Jason in shorts, flip flop, and a fucking triple fat goose coat with a fucking beanie on, a winter beanie on.
Here's Jason.
Like, this motherfucker is summertime from the waist down and straight up Alaskan winter from the waist up. I've never seen a guy in a pair of pants. Have you ever seen him in a pair of pants?
No,
I've never seen him with tennis shoes on.
He wears nothing but dad cargo shorts. Nothing but dad cargo
shorts and flip flops. So I've never seen a guy in tennis shoes.
So an alcoholic, and I'm not trying to disparage Jason. He's a great guy. I love him to death. He's an awesome dude. But not a guy who's a complete alcoholic and just rocks cargo shorts and flip flops 90% of his life, palmed one of Dave Chappelle's voice heads. I mean, that's like.
And if Jason, listen, if they made spikes, like flip flop spikes, Jason would golf in flip flops as well.
Oh no, you know what he golfs in? I play golf with bare feet.
Oh yeah, I did see him. Yeah, I did see him take off his shoes like when we were on the back. Yeah, I remember that.
He is a unique individual.
By the way, people, this guy that we're talking about right now is the only person I can get a hold of when Kieran went to jail for the DUI. He's the only person I can get to drive. So the alcoholic that we're talking about was the only person sober that night.
Was he? Or did he drive there?
Yeah, because he had to work. Remember, they had changed his schedule. He had to be to work at like 4 a.m, so he wasn't boozing. And it was like the only time he doesn't booze was like this specific day.
maybe what it was that night at the Hard Rock Hotel in Vegas. It was the meeting of two authentic people. One in being Dave Chappelle, the other being Jason Pierre.
Exactly. Jason didn't know who the fuck Dave Chappelle was, and Dave Chappelle didn't know who the fuck Jason was.
Right.
Two opposite ends of the spectrum.
What a great fucking bow to put on that story.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Jason
now
is
it makes more
completely
sense when he
authentic.
said we just want to make memories. Like, we're not here for photos. We're here to make memories.
Yeah.
And he always tries to do that with everybody. Like, that's a perfect, you know what I mean? It's like, well, you know how everybody has a story about, Bill
Burr?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Oh, Bill Murray's story, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a Bill Murray situation. Like, that's what Dave creates. Like, everybody has a story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They made a
It's like the
documentary
Bill,
like that.
it's
Bill Murray stories. They made a documentary about it. Actually,
exactly
yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of in the same.
That is
in the
unique,
same
though.
vehicle.
You're right. That was funny you brought that up because I guarantee you at some point in fucking Dave Chappelle's life, him hanging out with friends or that, maybe that particular guy, his buddy there, they definitely talked about that. Like, remember
when that motherfucker?
Remember that
palmed
white
my head?
motherfucker just palmed my head?
And we all looking like he didn't know which one was which.
How fucking hilarious is that, man? That is some funny shit.
Hey, what if you were watching one of his specials and like
It
he
comes
had a
up.
story about that? Like, that'd be even more dope. Like, I wonder about that.
Yeah.
Like the Bert Kreischer, for example, the guy in the coffee shop.
I don't.
You got a caller?
Oh, yeah, I got a caller coming. I can't fucking find it. Where's my fucking mouse? I'm coming to you, buddy. I'm coming to you. I see you.
Oh, slow down.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
What's going on, Kieran, brother Madison?
Yeah, Jeremy Bacon.
What up, though, Jeremy?
Long time no talk, brother.
Are you coronavirus free?
Oh, yeah, I'm just burning a lot of wood, drinking a lot of Fireball. I have enough whiskey burning through my veins right now that I ain't catching shit.
Yeah. I wonder if that's one of the, scientists are studying the effects of vodka, gin, tequila, Jägermeister on the coronavirus. If you do some shots of Jaeger, is that going to clear your system out?
Technically, soap kills out the virus. Should we go back to eating Tide Pods?
Oh God, the Tide Pod fucking.
Oh my God.
Remember that era? Because like every week there was something new.
Yeah.
It started with bath salts.
Yeah.
And ended with fucking Tide Pods. and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, this will, like you said earlier in the show, TJ, this is going to humble America, humble the world. Make people fucking start maybe rethinking what's important in life. Maybe, a little less butt girl images on fucking Instagram, like the Instagram butt model fucking trajectory of a fucking career. Maybe that'll halt. Like,
I can't wait till that shit gets done. I seen this chick today in nothing but a thong and a fucking N95 face mask.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Talking about I'm about to go to the grocery store.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of which,
No, you ain't.
you know, there's a bikini barista 2 blocks from my place. It's still open. Why?
They're essential because they're essential.
It's
Hey, Jeremy, are you essential?
motherfucker. It's essential.
How is it essential? They're just hot chicks handing fucking coronavirus candidates cups of coffee. How is that essential?
Entertainment.
What are you saying there, Jeremy Bacon?
Entertainment.
I guess.
Jeremy, are you essential right now?
No, Nyapko's trying to make us essential.
I heard that. We're essential until next week, and then all of a sudden we're not essential no more because we ran out of work. So now they're using that as an excuse. Oh well.
They filled
Kieran,
their
are you
order.
essential?
I am, but I'm not.
Here's a bigger question. Does anybody know anybody like for real, like know more than 5 people that aren't essential right now? Like everybody's essential.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I never realized how many medical workers are in my family and warehouse workers that are essential. My brother's essential. Majority of my family are nurses or somehow associated with the medical field, and they're all at work right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, my girl's a nurse. I mean, There's days like when she has to work with COVID patients, she comes right in the garage and like strips down in the garage, changes her clothes. She got to change her clothes in there before she comes in the house. Oh yeah.
I feel you on that. My aunt came home and I talked to her on the
You
phone a
hose
couple
her
nights
off?
ago, and
You hose her off before she comes in? What do you do?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like that debriefing room type shit.
Yeah.
You know, like them chambers, like the space people have to do, and all different types of shit.
How does
Underwater
she,
people
how
have
is
to
she,
do.
How does she feel? Not the, how does she feel when she comes home from work? I mean, is she stressed out about going to work and then every day when
No,
she wakes
she
up?
loves going. She's a helper. She'll go to work. Like she volunteered when the Ebola outbreak happened.
Yeah.
She volunteered to be certified. Like she's still certified for Ebola and shit like
Jesus
that.
Christ, she's a fucking
She
rock
takes the
star.
shit on. She doesn't. She loves her work, but she loves it so much. Like sometimes it's personal. Like sometimes she comes home and she'll cry. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because she sees some wild shit. But man,
She's a rock
that's
star.
what we need to shout out. By the way,
family
while we're
is.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
We got to shout out all the medical workers. Like, fuck the essential workers. I would say essential workers, but are you really essential? I'm
none
talking
of
about
us.
like
No.
the medical people. You know what I
Medical
mean? The
people.
people on the front lines, the people that are getting them their supplies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
no.
drivers and shit. Like,
You're going from one sick person with a virus that has no vaccine to another constantly for 15 hours a day. That's a fucking hero. You know, your girlfriend's a hero. It's fucking nuts, man. Yeah, fucking crazy. Shout out to all the healthcare workers.
Jeremy, this is,
By the
I
way,
got a theory.
if there are any healthcare worker fans out there, fucking DM me. I love to just fucking talk to you, give you a little pep talk, maybe personally on the phone. Love to do that.
they're gonna give you guys a pep talk. I got my ass reamed.
What are you talking about?
These healthcare workers or local convenience store workers, they're pissed off. These people are coming in for healthcare workers coming in just for a simple cough. They're afraid, but like they already gave them the guidelines. Stay at home. When you really start feeling ill, come see us. Don't come in on a whim. The corner store worker, maybe a local grocery store owner. Some people are coming in buying a 20-ounce Faygo, a small bag of chips. Stop doing that. Make a list.
Right,
go to the
right.
store, get
Oh,
you need,
oh
go
yeah,
home.
yeah. People still fucking like going to the local mini mart to get a cup of coffee to start their morning. That shit's got to stop. That's not a
Right.
that's not an
Stop for a
essential
while.
trip. Yeah. Buy fucking K cups. Bring it home. Have a box of them, 40 of them. Make your coffee at home. Yeah. That's like my
No, you're
father.
absolutely
Like,
right.
my father used to do that. You know, his routine for 30 years was getting up in the morning, you know, driving down to the local mini mart, getting a cup of coffee, driving home, feeding a dog a chocolate donut, giving a dog diabetes, and then fucking eating 5 donuts himself and drinking his coffee and getting his fucking morning started of yelling at the TV. He did that for 30
Well,
years.
Kieran, that's the American way.
Yeah,
Us
well,
old guys get into
America.
little simple routine. I'm going to get my coffee in the morning and
yeah,
give my dog a donut.
yeah, that is, yeah, but it's got to change now. That's what I'm saying. It's changing. It's gotta
So
change.
I got a theory. And tell me if you guys back me up on this, especially you from Arizona, Kieran, even though you're not a big Mexican beer drinker, but I think when Sol came out and Tecate, like Corona was like, listen, you guys think you guys won?
Yeah.
Watch this shit.
Like Corona was just like, I'm not just one trick pony. I'm not just a beer. I'm a
Oh,
fucking
you thought I
virus
was
too.
just fucking shit beer, huh?
It's like
Okay.
it's like back in the day when like P Diddy was or P Diddy was a rapper, and then he became like a fucking tequila tycoon. You know, he's not just one thing. He's not just pigeonholed into one thing. He's, you know, this other big fucking, you know, liquor tycoon too.
There's the CEO of Corona sitting in Tony Romo's desk from the commercials, like fucking like just sitting there like this is how he's gonna take over the world type shit, bro.
Well, I can't wait till the Coors Light virus because, you know, I don't want to
Hey,
make
Kieran,
that
can
joke.
I ask you a question?
I just made that joke. I want to shoot myself for doing it. Go ahead.
You're in New York and you have Mayor Cuomo, or did I say his name right?
Andrew Cuomo, yeah.
Okay. Did anyone else pay attention to that picture today, which I already know it just flooded Facebook? Does he have pierced nipples?
I have no idea. I heard about that. I didn't see it. I skimmed by it, but yeah, people are saying that he has pierced nipples. If that's the case, then you know what? Good for him. It's fucking New York, man. New York is a
He's
fucking.
he's like 60 years old with pierced nipples.
Yeah.
Touché.
He's way older than his brother too. Like it's kind of odd. He's way older than Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo's 49.
He's got the coronavirus, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a CNN
Dude, he was
anchor.
just describing it on the radio, man. He said that his teeth were chattering so much that he broke his tooth.
Really?
Yeah, he was just on this interview yesterday morning. I was riding, I was listening. I don't even know what channel I was listening to, and they played a clip of like him giving a update of what happened. Like he was hallucinating. He was having all these fucking night terrors, like he's quarantining himself.
Oh shit!
And he said he was chattering. His fever wouldn't come down, so it was making him cold. You know what I mean? His teeth were chattering so much that he fucking broke a tooth.
Yeah, I know he's been hosting, or when he does do his show, he's been like doing his show from his basement, which is how I started this radio show. And I remember like one night he was doing his show, and his wife like dropped like a plastic bag, like a plastic glove down the stairs. And she came running down the stairs to grab it as he's doing his show on CNN. It was kind of nice. She's pretty hot. She had yoga pants on, so I was like, Chris is doing pretty well for himself.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas. I got to ask you guys this. Have you guys been hoarding anything?
No.
Like, hey, I'm gonna leave these on the back burner because I know we're gonna be at home for like another 30 days, so I'm gonna pick up a little bit extra of this.
Oh,
we're not talking about TP, but anything in particular, like
I got it.
I
got an answer for you. Gatorade Zeros.
Nice. You like sugar-free Gatorade?
I love sugar-free Gatorade, and most of the time, if I'm out, it's cleared out. But if I see it, like an abundance of it, I grab it. It's mine. Fuck everybody. I'm getting the next batch of Gatorade Zero. So there's your answer.
Well, I bring up this topic. I have 3 boys at home. We're sitting out by a fire right now, talking to you guys, and randomly Rochelle brings out a mallow burner, and she just throws mallows on her fire pick.
What the hell's a
I'm
mallow?
Like, where'd the mallows come? I asked where the mallows come from. I thought we were out. Oh, she has mallows on the back burner at our house.
What are mallow burners?
You ever see a hot dog stick? You throw some marshmallows on it.
Yeah, like roasted.
You're in Arizona. Don't tell me you guys don't have bonfires and camping. I mean, that's
no,
like
they can't because the whole fucking state will burn down. It's so dry you can't. Can't have an open fire there.
Yeah, they have no burning nights, and if you have a fucking fire, you get arrested.
You can't burn shit in Arizona.
Yeah, so you've been saying Arizona's been in lockdown for like 30, 40 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we have a fire there every year. It's, you know what I mean?
Shit just got real.
Dry. It's like LA. It's dry.
Yeah, it's dry. You set a fire, everything's going to go ablaze.
You can have a controlled fire, but it's not the same because it's propane.
Thank you for the phone call, Jeremy Bacon. We got to run.
You know,
is he that? What?
I have.
All right. Well, shit. Hung up on him. Is he drunk? Jeremy Bacon drunk?
Oh, he's sharing cocktails around a fire. I mean, if you're having a fire, you don't have a fire sober in Michigan, Kieran.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen like that.
He was on the phone for 11 minutes. I don't even know what he said. Go ahead.
You know, I have, and I didn't do this on purpose, but like I have like 2 bottles of whiskey, 2 bottles of tequila, like a bunch of wine.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of alcohol, a bunch of beer, and I didn't plan it. It's just I always stay stocked.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. I have. I mean, I don't need the hoard stuff because I live alone, and you know, I don't need much. But I guess that's what
there's no point in hoarding.
There's no point in hoarding. It'll always be. Michigan men are on the test right now. What does that mean? Oh, will livers will be tested. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for checking out the Lunatic Radio Show. Welcome back, TJ, the mayor.
Yes, sir. I wish I could give you more energy tonight. Maybe next week.
We will be live, I believe, tomorrow with there'll be 2 shows this week with Rock, I believe, tomorrow too. So yeah, you know, be safe out there, all the healthcare workers, everybody. Stay home. You don't need to go anywhere. If you want some fucking porn sites, I got them for you. XXXBunker.com's got everything you need. Go ahead, go there. Yes, Porn Please is back. Fucking go to that one. If you're looking for your porn sites. Be kind to people. Maybe call mom and dad if you got mom and dad out there. They're probably lonely. They're self-quarantining. Give them a call. You know? Stay connected, but stay apart. That's what we want. TJ, final word, go.
Success is where opportunity meets preparation.
And with that, stay safe, everybody. Peace.